Peaches. Yeah, Peaches has been singing a bunch this morning. Her day was not that great yesterday, but it wasn't terrible, but she wasn't that active. Today she's pretty active. You got a song in there for us, Peach? Peachy song? Ah, you got a peachy song. Pretty song, Peaches. Pretty song. Peachy girl. That's a lot of verses to that song there, Peach. Hello. Hello, Peach. Yeah, it's hard to tell if she's not well. She certainly looks well. Don't you, Peach? Peachy girl. And Bob's being his usual pesky self. He's his place to create a nest happens to be in one of the legs of my shorts. That's just Bob. Hey, Aaron. Hey, everybody. And Cecil's in his little. He's in his nest area. I don't know how much longer I can leave it out here. He's getting kind of wild, aren't you? That's what happens. But they get a little wild when they have a nesting area. What do you think up there, big boy? What do you think, Dad? This is a good boy. This is a really good boy. He's been a lot more into being petted lately on the head. So, aren't you? He'll come up and I'll try to pet his beak. He'll push it away. He just wants me to preen his head, and he doesn't have much preening in there that he needs. Jasmine's being the jazz bird. She's been running around like a crazy bird a lot. I caught some of that in the next upcoming video. Peaches has been dancing quite a bit, so we're going to add to see if we can come up with more dance stuff for the Peach and some of the other birds. We got good dancers in here. Bob's a good dancer, aren't you, Bob? Bob is actually the best dancer here, but you'd never know it. Lorelei would be a second or possibly an equal, but getting her to dance is another thing. She dances when she wants to, and if she happens to like the song or whatever it is, but Cecil's a good dancer too. We've got a lot of good dancers here. Pippa does a little dancing, don't you, Pip? A little bit. Not seeing this big guy, Salamander, dance. Salamander. What are you doing up there? What are you doing up there, Sugar? Now, I've never seen Sugar dance, but I've seen her display what she does when somebody comes in she thinks is a threat, to her relationship with me. She gets pretty wild. It almost looks like a dance. It isn't, but it almost looks like one. Snowball can dance. Doesn't do it often, but he can. Got lots of dancers here. Lucy, no, I haven't seen her dance. Lucy doesn't dance. Do you dance? No. Never get in the mood. What, Pip? Pip, Pip, Pip. He wants you to preen him, Pip. He doesn't understand you don't know about preening. He's not, you can tell he's not being aggressive, though. Can't you? Yeah. Yeah, Bob has found a way now to knock his food bowls down, so I had to order new ones. I found some online that, through Amazon, of course, if you want a major choice of things, you have to go there. They have some bowls that actually have a third screw on them. These are the kind that you bolt onto a cage. They've got a third screw. And you know what the third screw is for? Is fastening the bowl down so it can't be taken out. Well, at least we hope it can't be. So we're going to try those out on him. Right now, he's tossing his bowls, and he has to eat his food. I have to throw extra paper on the graze at the bottom of his cage. Don't I? Yeah, I have to throw paper on the bottom of his cage so that it catches some of the food, and he keep checking on him to make sure he has food. He knocked his wet food down yesterday. It won't come out of the bowl. It's not that wet, but you know, don't want a hungry bird, that's for sure. But I figured sooner or later he'd find a way to knock those bowls off. He went quite a while without doing it. So those will be here tomorrow. And he'll get new bowls. That will be fun for him, won't it, Bob? Figuring out how to tear those off. He'll probably find a way to break them. Hi, Jazz. Hello, Jazz. Jazzy, Jazz Bird. The Jazzy Jazz Bird. You want down, Jazzy Jazz Bird? Well, come on. I don't know where you're going. I don't think you know where you're going. Are you coming down or not? You are? Okay. Hi. You want to sit there? All right. There's a knee. Want to sit on a knee? That's a little hard to stand on, isn't it? If I put my leg down, and Bob can't terrorize my shorts. Where are you going? Now you're going to climb up? Okay. No, leave her alone. Leave her alone. She wants to be up on the shoulder. Cecil, not my shoes, please. Come on. How many times do I have to hit the button before it actually changes direction? There we go. Who coded this app? I'm still looking at the wrong direction. Oh, it's got a lag on switching, so you have to wait. There we go. Hey, 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 that's my ear. We try not to eat ears. We do. Bob, it's hard to put my leg down since you've stuffed a piece of wood in there. Babaloo. Are we having fun? Are we having fun up there? You want up there? You want up there? Is that what you want? All right, I'll put you up there. Cecil, those are my shoes. Peachy girl. Hey, Peach. Peaches. They're not coming back out. No, your friends aren't coming back out, so sitting in the corner isn't going to bring them back. Peach. Oh, Sugarbird. Hi, Sugarbird. Hello. Hey, that's my toe. Let's not do that. What are you doing, Sugarbird? Sugar? Hey, hey, leave my feet alone. You little toad. I'm going to take that footstool out of here. If you keep attacking my feet, I'm taking the footstool out. Will you leave my feet? Cecil, leave the feet alone. See, this is one of the issues with territoriality. It's good because he'll come after me rather than going after the other birds in his usual, pick up a toy and scare him with it. But getting him to not chew on my feet is an issue. Hey, and these shoes were not made to protect feet. Cecil, I'm not trying to chase you, but I'm trying to stay away from your beak. Will you stop? Cecil, cut it out. Let's go to the hop. Is that what you're saying? Step up. Come on. There you go. Come on up, boy. Hey, come on up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Bob's a regular demolition derby on his own. Although this one can take cages apart better than anyone. Fortunately, he's in a California cage that he can't do that with, but they don't make any cages today that'll hold him, at least not any commercial parrot cages. Even King's cages, which are made better than most, they won't hold him. He'll bust the bars right off of them. For him, you'd have to get a stainless steel cage and then have somebody bead weld the darn thing at every joint. I don't have any idea how much that would cost. By the time you got the stainless steel cage and paid to have it welded, probably about $5,000, maybe more. See, sold. Those are my feet. If you're going to attack my feet, I got Bob trying to nest under my leg. I've got him trying to go after my feet. Bob, would you stop? Cecil, leave my feet alone. Cecil? Cecil. Hello, Cecil. Earth to Cecil. Hello. There's that territoriality in his eyes. Hey, watch it. Babaloo. He's trying to move my pants, but he was moving me at the same time. Be careful. I'm in there. Babaloo. Come on up, Cecil. Come on. Lucy, you can get back up here. Cecil, come here. Come here, big boy. That's a big bird. Yeah, that's actually what he needs. Fortunately, the California cages were bead welded, but this one, he can take a tack weld and pop it in no time flat. One day I found this out when I put him in one of the 507 King's cages, you know, those 4 foot by 6 foot tall, those big cages. And within 20 minutes, he had one of the bars off the cage. I had to run and do something, and I came back and he had, so then I had to do some, I just put a grate over it and then strapped it on with stainless steel tie straps. But yeah, they just don't make cages for birds that actually want to get out. At least I haven't found any. It's too bad that the company, California Cages, went out of, well, they didn't go out of business. They got bought out, which is typical what happens. And then when they were bought out, the company that bought them had them start making something besides cages. You want to just take that CEO and, you know, like set him on a desert island somewhere and say, "Survive, baby." These cages were made so well that the doors where you put the food in have a little hook on the outside. I mean, not a little hook. It's like 3/4 of an inch wide, bent over. So if you happen to reach around the cage, you can actually open the doors of the cage from without having to move these giant cages. So they thought of everything, and then they went together with buttons. It all snapped together. It's just amazing stuff. And as far as I know, the plans for that are not being sold anywhere, and nobody's going to make them. So. Oh, there should be a song, you know. Oh, how we miss the California cage. We could reverse engineer those cages, you know. But then I'm sure somebody's holding on to the copyright, going, "Oh, well, we have the patent on this, and you can't make these." You know, it's just like, but you're not making them. Not that it matters. I don't know. Would people pay an extra? You know, these big cages are close to $1,000. Would you pay an extra 500 to get one that wouldn't fall apart? Was actually built right. They couldn't take the food bowls off and throw them down. I think, I don't know about in the U.S., but maybe in Europe and other places, they'd be willing to do that because the birds need a place that they can be where you can feel secure. You know, I mean, it's better if they were in the forest, obviously, but we're stuck with us now. So, Bob, we're gonna catch you dancing. I have a little bit of his dancing somewhere, but he does his best dancing in a vehicle. You put him in a small cage and put on Elvis or Marilyn Manson. Those seem to be two of his favorites. Although he likes Rammstein and Icebreaker too. So he gets some good music going, and he starts dancing up a storm. This one, Cecil, when the mood moves him. Oh, she doesn't. She knows I'm using the camera, so when I'm pointing this thing around, she doesn't get petted on the beak much, and so she's learned that it doesn't really work to try to bug me too much. But you want to get your beak petted, little girl? Hmm? You want to get your beak petted? Do you? Yeah, she says, no, you've been ignoring me. So that's what she does. If I don't pet her when she wants me to, she'll take her beak away from me. Nope. I wanted it before and you didn't give it to me, so nope. Can I pet you now? Oh, okay. That was quick. That was quick. So what have we got for issues now? We have Cecil getting a little more territorial than we want. Babaloo is. I tried lowering his haldol a little bit, and I looks like I'm gonna have to put it back up again. He doesn't. He's not getting much, but it looks like he has to keep getting 0.06. I had him at 0.05 for a couple of days, and now I can see a little feather destructive. So I think I found the baseline for him is probably going to be 0.6. And then, of course, his issues with the bowls. I've got new bowls to put in there, but for today, I have to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't starve to death. Right, Bob? He used it as an excuse to beg for more peanut butter on the stick this morning. Didn't you, Bob? And you got it, of course, but actually, Dr. Jenkins says peanut butter is pretty good for them. It has about a good balance of fat and protein, which is fine. Hey, fine for them. You just don't want to give them, pure fat or pure protein. Keep it balanced. Okay, now you are going after my foot in a different way. See, now he's just rubbing that against my foot, but if he gets a little excited, he's gonna. Where are you going now, kid? Yeah. Oh, most of them like peanut butter. Some don't. Jasmine doesn't care. Ouch! Ouch! Watch that thing is sharp. You're sticking it into my skin, silly. Peaches doesn't care for peanut butter. Salamander, maybe once in a month he'll take a little peanut butter. Pippa doesn't care for it. Pretty much everybody else does, though. Cecil, he doesn't get any Haldo, but he wants a little peanut butter on a stick. He's funny, though. When you give it to him, he'll sit there and look at you while he's hanging on a cage, but he won't take it. He won't take it until he's in a spot where he feels comfortable and he's ready to eat. So I count down. If I start going 3, 2, then he'll move if he wants it. He'll go get to a spot where he can eat it. If I don't count down, he'll just stay there looking at me. This one. He'll look at me like, I won't take peanut butter while I'm hanging on the side of a cage. The rest of them who eat peanut butter will. They'll take it and carry it where they want it. But he wants it served at the actual location where he's going to eat it. He's a breakfast in bed kind of guy. And it's funny, their personalities are so different like that. His health has been good. He's maintaining his weight. The only issue we have right now is behavioral, and it's actually Oh, you're gonna untie my double tie my shoes. He's got one of them almost untied now. And he'll use that little thing to untie my shoes if he thinks about it. Won't you, boy? But his health is good. He's eating well. His poop looks good. Weight's maintaining. Peach's weight was up to 628. She was losing weight on Haldol, but she's up to 628 this morning. So, hey, stop with the shoe. No. What? What? I choose shoes. What's wrong with that? Well, you might catch me. So no, leave the shoes alone. No. Cecil, stop it. You're gonna lose your toy. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. I'm gonna take it out of here. Cecil. Okay. Hold on. Sit right there. No. No. Okay. Here we go. No. There we go. Out the door. Back off. Little interlude there. He's getting way too territorial. You need to stop biting at my legs now. When you start biting at my toes is one thing, but biting at my legs. The thing is now he'll pick up a toy and start harassing the birds. But come here. I'm not upset with you. Come here. Oh, come here. You know I love this big boy. You know I love him. I didn't want to take your toy out. I didn't. But you were going for my ankles. That's not going to work. Okay? Nope. You can almost see how much calmer he is. Just having that thing out of here. Yeah, now he's going to preen. So you can see what an object in their environment can do to their personalities. Pretty straightforward there. Oh, I don't know. I've seen it. I've seen it in Snowball, where when you're playing frisbee with Snowball, if he thinks he bites you, if he thinks he accidentally bit you, he won't play anymore. And I know that that's the way it works because if his beak gets too close to my hand and I yank it back and I make any kind of sound at all, it sounds like I got bit, then he'll stop. He just stops right there. I tell him it's okay. He won't listen to me. He just won't play anymore. And this is a boy that will play frisbee for a half hour, no problem. So be 5 minutes into it and he'll stop. So you try not to make any sound when he gets close to you with his beak so he doesn't misinterpret it. Yeah, look at him. He's just calm now. Mm-hmm. He might feel remorse. It's hard to say. We don't know what these guys feel. We have no idea what their emotions are. We know they're not human emotions, but we don't know what their emotions are. As Dr. Friedman said, they have emotions, but we don't know what they are. And there's no way we can. That's a good boy. You've been a good boy. What are you doing, Jazz? What are you doing? Jazzy Jazzbird. Hi, Jazzy Jazzbird. Hello. Hello. You know where you want to go? Do you have any idea where you want to go? Hmm? You want to sit down there? You won't stay there very long, probably. You won't stay there long. Hey, hey, hey. You watch your foot. You be nice to her. She wants you to preen her, you dipstick. Bob has not, he was preening her. Ouch! Cecil, stop now. He was, there he goes. He's figured it out. She wants to be preened, and he's figured it out. Be nice, Cecil. No biting. I don't see any reason why you can't give organic coconut oil to a parrot. I can't see. I don't, but I have not read anything about that. So I would have to look into that to be sure. I haven't done it myself. So although they have had coconut flour, I know that's okay for them. Cecil, that's my shoe. So don't know about oil. I imagine it's okay. Most oils are okay for them as long as they're not rancid. Um, I will gladly research that though, because I used to put coconut flour in their birdie bread, which used to be muffins. Now I make it in a flat pan, so I call it birdie bread. But um, hey you, hi Michelle. I don't see everybody when you come in, so if I haven't said your name, it's because I didn't see you. No avocado oil, although the oil itself might be all right. I don't. I wouldn't do it just on the general principles because we know there's that one chemical in the avocado they can't have. And the company that did the expeller pressing or whatever procedure they used to get the oil could make a mistake somewhere along the line too. So I wouldn't take a chance. Cecil, no. All right, you guys, let's not fight. Pippa, come here. Come on. Come here. You're okay. You're all right. Bob, don't mess with the Pip. Don't mess with the Pippa. Not you either, Lucy. Don't mess with Pippa. Leave my shoes alone. He's not going after him as aggressively, but he's still messing with my shoes a little bit. Cecil. Oh, there she goes. Hey, leave her alone. Okay, preen her. Go ahead and preen her. He's gonna preen you. It's okay. He was just gonna preen you. Oh, good. Well, maybe I'll start putting some coconut oil there too. I just hadn't looked into it. Juggling fire. We have a video where I forget the number of it. I used to number the videos, but where we were at the Renaissance fire, and there was a juggler who actually juggled fire, the body juggler, and he had quite a routine. But we used to take birds to the Renaissance fairs. See, people think Jasmine is just sits around all the time. Nope. She gets into running. She gets her exercise. Where are you, Jazz? Cecil? I hope you're not positioning to get a better bite on my shoe. We're not doing that. Hi, Pippa. Hi, Pip. Cecil, what are you doing? Oh, hi, Jazz. She snuck up on the other side of me. Yeah, press the button 600 times. Who coded this app? Cecil, I don't. Yeah, I'm hitting the switch and it's not switching. There we go. Now it's switching 5 times back and forth. Yeah, you guys need to learn how to code, folks. Down there at YouTube, Google/YouTube. I have a Winix. I like the Winix ones because they have 3 filters. They have a permanent filter that the dust tends to load up on pretty fast. And then they have a carbon filter, and behind that they have the HEPA filter. So I like the Winix ones. I've got a Winix. Actually, I've got 5 Winix. 2 in their room right now. I used to have all 5. Would you stop that? Cut it out. Cecil, what's that look for? Hey, Bob, come on. Come on up here, you big silly. Well, come here. Well, come on. Even if you like to eat my shoes, you know I love you, kid. You're a good bird. Hey, you two, no fighting. No fighting. Babaloo. And Peppa, you know better. Oops. Now, I didn't even touch it and it switched. Come on. Come on. I'm afraid to press the button because the delay is like 5 to 10 seconds for some silly reason. What are you doing? Hey. Oh, he's going to torture me with a box instead. Bob, I'd like to put my leg down. Babaloo. Hey. Now, move your head. Move your head so I can put my leg down. Come on, Cecil. Oops, sorry. Come on, Cecil. Step up. There you go. Well, someone pooped on that box. We need to get that out of here. I got like 100 of those things. He's not going to let me take it right now. Well, I could, but I would anger him a little bit. Although we don't have anger like we do. It would probably just be the wrong thing to do in his world. When they have something in their beak, they own it. Hey, Peach, what are you doing? Hey, be nice. What are you doing, Peach? Peaches. Hello. Peachy girl. Bob. Don't mess with the Pippa. Peaches. What are you doing, Peach? She's having one of those moments where she's not feeling too good. Hi, Peaches. Come here, Peach. Come here, Peach. Yeah, she does appear to be watching what's going on, but Peaches. Now, 9 times out of 10, if that footstool is in here, he'll be hitting me with that. But if I take it out, then what he does is he'll harass the other birds, which I'm not fond of. But I'd rather have him hitting me than going after the other birds or something. Oh, that's not going to hurt them too much, a little cardboard box. We don't know how old Peaches is. There's only one I know how old she is Lorelei, and she's not in here. She can't be in here with Cecil or Snowball. So she comes out early and then goes back in. And she wants to go back in. I mean, she's basically mated to Cecil, but she wants nothing to do with him because he's a barber. So Peach, you sleeping or are you watching what's going on? Bob, no. Pippa, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Hey, calm. All right. Hey. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. She got a little. Pippa got a little too close to his territory over here. He thinks he owns that side of the chair. I'll say one thing you have to be certain of: if you're going to be in an area like this where you have a whole bunch of birds loose with you, you have to be ready to separate them and possibly get a deep bite. You have to be ready for that. They won't be biting you intentionally. They'll be biting you as a protection. It's the way it works. They bite their mates, which is biting feathers, right? If they're trying to warn them about impending danger. So if you put your hand between two birds that are about ready to have a little bit of an altercation, you're taking that chance. And you have to be ready to do that because you don't want them biting each other. So, and not recently, but I have had my share of those. And when I was first working with them, my share of those bites. In fact, the worst one I think I got was from Snowball because I had an umbrella he did not like at the time on my. Well, I can't say did not like. We don't. That's not really the way it works. They don't have likes and dislikes the same way we do. But there was a bird he did not get along with, and whenever he was in the area of that bird, he would become defensive. I was holding her, and so he bit the palm of my hand right down to the bone. Um, and fortunately, I was able to keep the blood off of them. That was what my main focus was, to make sure they didn't get any human blood on them. It's not good for them. If we have things in our blood we don't want them to get. So that was a long time ago, though. I haven't had a nip from Snowball in so long, I don't actually remember what it feels like. Once in a while, this guy will get my toes through the shoe, but so far he hasn't cracked my big toe like a walnut. Babaloo will be playing with something and get a little too close and go through the material. He usually can tell, and he won't catch me. Once in a while, he'll get me by accident. Most nips I get are strictly by accident. She'll nibble on my ears sometimes. Jasmine, she'll nibble on my ears, but she doesn't draw blood. Bob, on the other hand, if I were to shave off this beard, I would probably have 2 or 3 more ear piercings. I say more because he gave me those in the past. I am not allowed to change my look. I mean, I can trim my beard, but I'm not allowed to shave it off. And I can't let my hair get too long because if it gets long and I shave it, if I cut it down, then he has a fit. So he's picky about my appearance. That's probably due to changes in appearance in the birds in the wild, that's usually due to illness. So, and they will chase an ill bird out of the flock. There he goes. That is Cecil Hyde. Cecil Jekyll is the sweet one that comes up and lets you pet him. This is Cecil Hyde. And it works both ways. The name Hyde is what the other birds do when they see him doing this. They usually run and hide. Jazz, I wouldn't stay right in the middle of everything if I were you. There you go. Come here, Jazz. If you're in the middle, he's going to get you one way or another. I know you don't understand English, but yeah, he and Bob both have a lot of energy. Jasmine does too, actually, but you guys don't usually get to see it. We're out here earlier. This is their more busy time, so they tend to be more active earlier. Well, Cecil's a blast. He's a lot of fun. He's in that upcoming video we have coming too, which is, I actually haven't thought of a name for the video, but it's basically me out. What I did is I just videoed them because there wasn't much sound. Like right now, we're lucky there isn't a lot of noise going on. So I was able to actually capture quite a bit of video sequentially where they were all playing like they are now, having fun, goofing off, and kind of give you a feel for what it's like to be in the aviary and be me. So basically, it's kind of like the movie Being John Malkovich, except you get to see through my eyes what it's like to be in the aviary. You kind of get to see that on the live thing too, right? That's like being me. But I have to orchestrate a lot of different behaviors. I have another behavior behind me. This one's getting upset because I'm not petting her beak. Right? Mm-hmm. Pet the beak, pet the beak. She's pretty gentle on my thumb, but once in a while she gets I would say it's just strong emotion. She'll bite down a little harder. She's never drawn blood, though. She's got little fangs, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. If you haven't become a member on our channel yet, this is a good time to do it. Head on over and become a member and help us with our finances. Since we moved, we used up most of our resources, so we're trying to build something back in the bank. We're not succeeding yet, so I appreciate it. Or go to Patreon, Chloe's Sanctuary/Patreon, and you can sign up there for monthly donations. Or go to our website where you can do PayPal or Flipkart. You can also donate there. So we have several ways to donate. Hey, we are a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. Come here. Or as I like to say, it's more of a money pit than a nonprofit, right? I mean, these guys, you take them to the vet, it's $300 just to get looked at. Not quite true. That includes the blood work, but most wild caught, I won't say all, but most wild caught birds are babies because they can chop the tree down to get to them. And of course, they get through to the nesting area too because they're not going to nest if they don't have the high hollows of the trees to nest. So most birds that come from the wild have been chopped down the trees. We don't see too many of those in the United States, but I know that there are some going to other countries. So yeah, that's the other thing. If you join on Patreon, you can be on our workplace and you can actually be in our chats where we get together and you actually get to talk to the birds. Right, Bob? Are you laughing about that? Bob says, oh, yeah, because I attack the phone when people are talking on it. Babaloo, 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 babaloo. Yeah, and once we get done out here, the next step is I get them in, and because it's hot, I have to warm up they get wet food every day, so I have to, yeah, wild cuts, just, it's horrible when they're wild cuts. You know, they had a potential life or a life, because some of them do get taken as adults. It's rare because they're good at getting away from people. But hey, are you gonna do that to me? Beating me with the box. Hey, Bob, careful with the leg. Yeah, then they get their breakfast. That takes about an hour to get their breakfast in there. They do have food in their cages, though. It's not like they're going to starve. There's dry food in there. And also on Workplace, got any questions? We answer all the questions that people have about birds, everything we have an answer for. And if we don't, we also go and search for it. And we can post a lot of stuff up there. The Workplace is actually, it looks a lot like Facebook because it is a business platform that is designed by them. So it's kind of like you're now on a private area that's like a Facebook. Um, it's a little better, I think, than Facebook itself, but because it's limited to just the people who have the same interests. But oh yeah, I know. I'm petting your beak. I keep forgetting. I have to do other things too, sweetheart. So once they've had their breakfast, then I have to come out here and clean up all the poop, and that takes about a half an hour usually because I have to really scrub it down and get all the poop out of here. Um, and then it's to cleaning the bars of the cages inside. And I have these mitts that have microfibers, and I use that to get all the poop off the top and the bottom of the bars. Which, of course, you know where it is because it's where the poop is down below. So, even if you don't see it, you need to clean the other side of the bar at the same time. So, and then after that, I do whatever kind of web things I need to do. You know, social networking and try to bring in funding for the birds. That's critical, so I do that. And after that, it's actually taking their wet food out of their cages. And hey, give her a break. You're scaring her. Come on, Jazz. It's all right. It's all right. Come here. You're okay. Come on. It's all right. No, you don't want to come down. You just want to say hi. You don't have to come down. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. That's just the way he gets. She's the newest one, so she's not quite as used to him doing this. She's only had about a year of that. The rest of them, they know the scatter. All right, you want on my shoulder? Go ahead. Um, so I go through and I have to take all their food and water out and put in new water and give them more dry food. They don't get wet food at night, just dry. And then I'll usually spend a little time with them, watch a movie with them, make toys. That's the other thing I have to do. I have to make toys too. They go through them pretty fast. So, and basically the toys I make, I have wood, pre-drilled wood. It's colored, and I put spacers between the wood and hang it on there. Then I put leather strips, and on the end of those, I put different things like finger traps and straws and these little colored sticks. And then I take some of the palm ribbon, and I put that on there so they have that, and I hang it up in their cages, and they destroy it. This one can do one that's 2 foot long and completely have it destroyed in less than 20 minutes if he wants to. He'll usually make it a day on a toy. What you doing down there, Bob? It's all secret. I don't want anybody to know. The look on his face, like, don't tell anybody what I'm doing. Hey! Cecil, leave her alone. He will listen to me. It's just that he doesn't. No, we're not going to fight, Pippa. Stop that. Don't start a fight with Bob. Don't do it. No. We're not starting a fight. No, the one thing you don't want to have a bird to have is indestructible toys. Indestructible toys I call Christmas ornaments. They serve no purpose. They just hang there and look pretty. And in pet stores where they keep these guys, they use those kind of toys, but they're not really toys. You want things that they can tear up. In fact, Dr. Jenkins suggests that you use 2x4s as their perches. And you can see why, because they chew on them. They chew them and they change them. They make them the way they like them, and then so that they can walk on them the way they want. So, yeah, you want them to be able to destroy their toys. Now, some of the spacers I have in there, it would take them a while to break. But that's just, I just like to put space between the wood, right? So it's easier for them to get to. No indestructible toys. Even perches should be destructible. As you can see on the perches here, if they want to chew on them, they can. This is just manila rope, so they can chew on it, and they do. They get in, that section over there was Sugar was working on it. He's not letting me do this very well. That section that's chewed on is all Sugar's work. Oh, beautiful song, Peaches. Beautiful song. You're such a beautiful girl. Now, Snowballs, not too thrilled about that. That Peachy song. You have any more Peachy songs, Peaches? Was that the only Peachy song, Peach? Peaches. Everybody saw your video today. Well, all I say everybody, but quite a few people saw your video. Bob, no, don't chew through my clothing. I don't need you chewing holes in it, dipstick. I've got enough shirts with holes in it, Bob. I don't think I have a shirt without a bird hole in it. Yeah, kitchen chairs, furniture, yeah, they're good at all that stuff. But of course, if you use the principle of DRA, just find another object it's similar. If they're chewing on upholstery, then you want some kind of cloth they can chew on, and then get them to redirect them to the new item, and it works. Well, folks, that's it. This is our hour out here. I'm going to spend a little time with them while we still have the weather, which won't be much longer. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming, and hope to see you at the next one, which is going to be Monday. If you join Patreon and get on Workplace, then the next meeting will be a Thursday and Sunday. Okay. Thank you, Eleanor, for coming, and Amy. Thank you, and Eleanor and Amy. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna see what I can do to stay alive in here, and we'll see you all later. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Say hi to Rico for me.